Well, if any of you have gutters like this, you know the problems that it can present, especially when there's a heavy rain and you have washout like this. And so let me just show you what I really have had a problem with over the years is this plastic piece, which is supposed to collect the water and divert it, has ended up kind of washing out all of the grass, or a lot of it. And you know, it's just kind of hard to mow around, and this plastic piece just doesn't look good. And so I wanted to get something that was a little more attractive than this. The first thing that you're going to want to do is take this piece of crap right here and throw it right in there. Okay, really the only supplies that you need for this project are some rocks and a flower pot. And so the flower pot is going to serve the same purpose as this piece right here, except it's going to prevent the water from hitting the ground and washing the grass away. Take your weed eater and just kind of clean up around here. I have a little rake right here to kind of find all of these rocks that I put in years ago. And so we're just going to collect these up. We're not going to need them for the project. Then we're going to try and grow some grass back in here at some point. Not really sure how to get all of this asphalt particles up, except other than raking it the best you can and getting rid of it. Let's go ahead and take this pieces of gutter off. Don't lose these screws because you're going to need them to put it back together. And so you're going to use this, just a lid, any flat surface, to kind of figure out where you want the initial digging to be. Because what you don't want is to dig up all of this grass, and now when you finish with your project, you're going to have a lot of dirt just waiting for the water to come and take it away. I'm going to use this lid just kind of as a template, just so I kind of know about where to dig. These contractors left pieces of brick . This is part of a concrete bag. That's nice. And then you're going to take your bucket and just kind of get an idea of how far you're going to need to dig down. So I like to leave a little bit of height above it. I think this is too high. It needs to be about, I would say, about an inch or so. Since, as you can kind of see, it kind of has a bell shape. So the top is going to be wider than the bottom. Yeah, now we're talking. And of course you don't want it flat like that, because the water may spill over and go towards the foundation. So you always want it to go back away from the home. And so I think that's pretty good. And then take your piece that you took off. This is kind of beat up, but you don't want it too far towards the back because the water will gush out. So in this case right now, the water will come out and hit about right in the middle. So that's good to go. It's time to drill some holes. So as you can see, I drilled holes only on one half of the bucket. And so the bucket that doesn't have the holes drilled in it, we're going to put that towards the house. That way The water will drain away from the foundation as much as possible. So we got that in. Now, for the fun part, all you need is some rocks. And of course, it's your choice of rocks. I purchased the cheapest ones just because I'm a cheapskate, and the holes just need to be smaller than the rocks. It usually takes about 2 bags is what I have figured out. I have 7 of these to do. I already did 5 of them. I guess in theory you could just not put any rocks in there and just let it be a basin with water. But I like the rock effect because it makes it look nice, especially on the very top layer. Just get you some river rocks. And these are bigger, these are smooth stones. And put about a half a bag in. Spread them around. And put this back on. So the last thing we need to do is fill in a little bit around here with some dirt. You don't want to put too much though, because you don't want your grass to be just full of dirt. Just enough to fill in the vacancies here around the pot. Well, let's go ahead and put some of this good dirt in here. And I used the word good sparingly because I'm not really sure how great it is, but it's definitely a lot better than what the roof left. And you can get some grass seed and plant it here if you want to. I have an abundance of centipede growing around the house, so I'm not going to use anything but that. It's a good piece there. Then we're going to take this grass, the centipede, which is super expensive. That's why we like to transplant it. So this way, if you don't have any kind of grass, the water is going to overflow. It doesn't matter what system you use. So this is a cheaper way to do it. Put that there. Don't forget to water it in. It'll take a little bit for it to soak in and to take root, but centipede is very resilient. Anyway, hopefully this has given you some good ideas about how to control some of your rainwater and what you can do to make it look a little more beautiful for your home, because it's your home. Make it your way, use your tools, whatever's best. I used whatever I had, and I know that you can do it too. Have a great day. See you next time around.